Hi, it's Jeremy again from Video Gamers Oasis. Video Gamers Oasis on TikTok. We've been continuing to, if you've been tuning in for the first time, I'm just remind you, we've been reading the book Art of Atari by Tim Lapetino. We're learning about art, the section on box artwork, and we just finished Starship. We're learning about the game box Starship by Cliff Spohn. He did the artwork for that game on page 64. I don't know if you just heard my previous recording. My cat pushed over a cheap blue glass mug. I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it. He pushed it over, trying to get my attention. It smashed to a million pieces. I had to sweep it up after turning off the recording, and then I had to basically clean up his mess and give him some fish, a little tuna fish treat from Whiskas, I believe. Yeah, he's really demanding. When he wants attention, he'll do whatever he needs to do to get my attention. So I don't know if you heard that noise, but that was the sound of a glass breaking. So he's been fed. He's happy. He's been eating a lot of the wet fish. He loves the tuna fish. Pate is his favorite. We're moving on to the next game box. We're almost done, folks. We're almost done looking at these box work, and we're going to learn about the Cliff Spohn after we read all these articles. There are only a few more to go. We just finished Starship on page 64. Moving on to page 65, and that game is Street Racer. Trademark. Game program. Trademark. 27 video games. We have Street Racer, Slalom, Dodge'em, Jet Shooter, Number Cruncher, and Scoop Ball. And we have some racing cars, really nice, souped up. They look really retro, almost like a, 1930s style. I don't know if it takes place in the 30s. I think it takes place more in the 50s, with the era of James Dean and the 1950s street racing. And we have a stoplight, red, yellow, and green. We have a blue car on the left side and a red car on the right side. And there's a blonde gentleman with an orange shirt, and there's a white guy in a white shirt in the other car. And below those two cars is a green car and a gentleman in a white and a white helmet. Old-fashioned Model T, really old-fashioned retro car. I don't know if it's a Model T, but it's a green car. And below that is a gentleman on a motorcycle in an orange jacket, red shirt, and a white helmet. On the right side of him is the number 27, a motorcyclist with the number 27 on it. And to the left of the guy is another, like a dirt bike or a motorcyclist. And in the bottom right corner it reads CX2612. And below that game box it reads Game Packaging for Street Racer 2600. Artist Rick Goidice. And here is the actual game display. The game screen, it's in green and purple, a little bit of orange and a little bit of pink, magenta. These are race cars racing on the track. You have to kind of have to use your imagination when you play these really old Atari 2600 games, but they certainly are a blast from the past. Street Racer. The article reads, using the paddle controllers, the player controls an automobile, trying to dodge cars to score points against an opponent. The game's screen action allows dueling drivers to keep an eye on each other while avoiding oncoming traffic. Street Racer drew from Atari's earlier environmental arcade game, Highway. And that is on page 65. Moving on to the next page. Next game display or game box artwork, it's number 66, and it is Surround.